Good morning, students. Now I'm going to start today's work. So, how do we compare it? Now, let's see this. We are concentrating on this. Average income of the people of a country is also known as per capita income. While averages are useful for comparison, they hide disparities. What does it mean? It means that when we are talking of the total income, let's say for example, I'm just taking some simple figures, okay? If country A is earning 10,000, okay, and country B is earning 8,000, so based on this, whom do we call a developed country? Country A or country B? Country A. Yeah, if I just give you the income, you will feel that 10,000 is greater than 8,000. And so you will say that yes, country A is earning more. So obviously it is the most developed country because we are basing it on the total income of the country. So total income of that country is higher than country B. So it is developed. But is it so? Have you decided that factor on the people staying in that country? Because how much the country's income is also based on the total population, right? So we are giving importance to population also. So what, for example, if 10,000 are earning, 10,000 is the total amount that is earned with the help of 10 people, and in country B, if for example 8,000 is the amount earned with the help of two people, now can you tell me who is actually advanced or developed?
Country B.
Country B. And how do we get that? We have taken that criteria based on what some other students had also used earlier, per capita income. It means what? We are now calculating the average. We are taking the total income of the country divided by the total population of that country. Is this clear? What is the formula? How do we calculate that average income or the per capita income? The total income of the country divided by the population of the country. But do you think that this kind of average, getting this average will be used, it is useful for comparison? Obviously, we'll get some figures. Like for example, if I want to take everyday example, if I want to find out in your class what is the average height of the boys or what is the average height of the girls, what I will do is I will actually just add, you know how to find the average of the class. So for example, if I get that, okay, for example, if let's say if it is 150 centimeter or 150 or let's say 5 feet, 5 feet is the average height, is it giving me the exact figure of everyone in the class? Is everyone in the class 5 feet tall? No. There may be students who are less than that, and there may be students who are higher than that also, taller than that. So we cannot say that average is giving us a exact figure, but it is definitely giving us a figure to compare. So see here, this sentence, while averages are useful for comparison, they hide disparities. Means what? If I say that the total average income of my country is some crores, okay, I'm happy to say that it is more than some of the other countries in the world, and so my country is developed. But at the same time, they hide disparities. That means the average income or the per capita income of the country is not giving you the exact figure of how much each person is earning. Is it clear? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Yes. Disparity means something which is not similar. There is a gap in between that. Like everyone in the, if my average figure comes to 5 lakh, it doesn't mean that everyone in the country is earning 5 lakh, right? There may be people who are earning 5,000 also, and there may be people who are earning 50,000 also, and there may be people who are earning 5 lakhs also per annum. Are you getting that? So disparity means there is a huge difference or a gap, and that cannot be found out exactly with the average. So this is because the average does not tell us how the income is distributed among the people. Average gives us a figure. Like I gave you example of your own height. I can say that the average height of the students of class 8A is 5 feet. Does that mean that each and every student over there is 5 feet? No. It does not tell us how it is distributed among the people. Does it tell you that how many students are exactly having 5 and how many students are exactly having 4.11 and how many students are having 5.2? It doesn't tell us that. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Am I able to solve your concept? I mean, clear your concept?
Yes, ma'am.
However, if we consider total income of a country, we would also have to consider the population. That is what I said. I just cannot say that a country earns this much amount of money, because ultimately it's the population which is the variable. In maths, you have studied, right? X and Y as variables in equations and all that. So, for example, country A may have 10,000 as the population, and country B may have 5,000, and country C may have 8,000. So, it means what? It is a variable. It differs from country to country, the population. So how that income is distributed among the people, or how useful it is for the people of that country, is a deciding factor again on finding out how much will it earn. Because in simple terms, what is income? Income means what I'm earning and what I'm able to spend on my own needs. Whereas what is average income? Who can tell me now? See, there is this question, right? Yeah, why do you think average income is an important criterion for development? What is the average income? You can tell me now.
Ma'am, can we can see that average is the mid value basically.
Yes. So that means you can actually put it in the in this way, that it gives us the power that the population of that country have to buy something. Whereas income is what I earn and what I spend on myself, right? Income is having an individual touch to it, whereas average income doesn't have that individualized meaning. Okay? Then the United Nations compares countries around the world through the Human Development Report. Now, how do they actually come up with this? They come up with this with the help of Human Development Report. Okay, and they check and compare the countries on this criteria, these three criterias. Okay, I'll open the textbook now and I'll show you. They compare it on these three criterias. One is per capita income, that is how it is calculated, that we just now saw. Second is the life expectancy at birth. What do you mean by that? What is life expectancy at birth? What is the meaning of life expectancy?
Ma'am, means per 1,000 births, how many childs die?
Correct. So, what is the death rate actually? But can you say that in these days, okay, leave the pandemic apart, but in these days of advancement in science and technology, death rate is high in most of the countries nowadays, or no? What can you say of this mortality rate? Mortality rate is the death rate. Is the death rate high nowadays, or it has become less?
It's low.
It's low.
It's
And why
low.
is it low? Because practically we have medicines on every single disease. Okay, there are medical facilities and healthcare facilities which are available now, because of which the death rate has become less. And in few countries, that is the reason the population is also increasing now. And because of that, it affects the overall income of the country. And the last is mean years of schooling, means the primary or the elementary education, how many students are, or how many people of that country have actually gone to school and taken the basic schooling, or the elementary schooling, and we can say that their literacy rate is high. Okay, so now we'll go through the textbook and then see this. Yes, so can we just revise quickly what we have done? This is what we were
Wait
talking.
a bit.
This is the part that we were discussing. So we were talking of average income, which is the total income of the country divided by its total population, and this figure is called as the per capita income. So we were talking of this. Okay. Then another thing is, what we were talking of is these words: infant mortality rate, which was the second point, that is the death rate, and the third is the literacy rate, okay, of that country. So now see here, there is this table over here. Okay, can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now can you compare? See here, there are three states that are given: Maharashtra, Kerala, and Bihar. And there is, in each column, it is divided into literacy, infant mortality. Can you now guess which can you call as the most developed state? I just don't want the answer. I want a valid reason also for it. Why are
Because
you saying Maharashtra
Ma'am,
or
can
why
I?
are you saying Kerala?
Ma'am,
from
can I?
Kerala, because Kerala has high literacy rate
Kerala has
Yes,
high
ma'am.
literacy
High literacy
rate and
rate,
also
less
and
death rate,
student
or
attendance
correct,
is
less
also
mortality.
death rate
and less
also.
death rate. And they
Right,
have
right.
attendance ratio also more, 78%.
Correct,
It's
correct. Because
78.
we all have studied at least or read somewhere that Kerala is the most literate state of our country. Okay. So see here, what would these attributes be? Let us examine this table. Okay. So we are not going to take into account the terms which are very, very difficult to understand, but we find that of the three, Maharashtra has the highest per capita income. Okay. And Bihar is at the bottom. See here. Here the per capita income is also given. You compare this table based on literacy and infant mortality. Here per capita is also given. So see here, for Maharashtra it is highest. So if you talk from income point of view, which is the highest earning state?
Maharashtra.
Maharashtra.
Maharashtra. So
Maharashtra.
if we take only this factor into consideration, we will say that Maharashtra is the most developed. But if you are saying we take this into consideration, then uh, let's say that Kerala is the most developed. And Bihar is anyway ranking the least because the per capita income is also less and the infant mortality rate is also high, as well as the literacy rate is also much, much lower. So Bihar is at the bottom. This means that on an average, a person in Maharashtra earned. So if you calculate
Ma'am,
this, you got this figure. Yes, what happened?
also the Maharashtra state is larger than other two states, population of it.
Population wise, yes, but don't forget that Maharashtra has the capital, I mean, the capital, which is the, what do you say, the business hub or the most important hub, Mumbai is present in Maharashtra.
Yes, ma'am.
So where people
And
actually get a
same like
chance to earn.
headquarters.
Yes, so obviously that will make a difference to the income earned by the state. Yes. So based on income, Maharashtra will be considered most developed and Bihar will be the least developed. Okay. Then if you proceed further, you will see that here it is giving you example of how Kerala is having the highest sorry, the least infant mortality rate. So, and the next is here, which is the people attending the school beyond class 8. So, people who are just having basic education are very, very high in Bihar, whereas people who go for further education and improve the educational quality of the country, of the state, and later the country is higher in Maharashtra and Kerala. Okay. So now in your worksheet, again, there are two answers which are based from here. Life expectancy at birth is, that means how many of them actually survive the first year of their life. So in many remote places where the health facilities have still not reached, the infant mortality rate is high in India also. Okay. So in your worksheet, there are two answers, two definitions are asked. One is this, and another is this also. So answers for those two questions are here. All right. So can we proceed further? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think we should actually solve something more so that the concept becomes more clear. Okay, let's revise quickly the previous part, because in exam questions are asked in MCQs also based on this. See here, one picture is given, and look at the picture on the right. What should be the development goals for such an area? See here, there is a huge building also, and there are these slum types huts and all also present over there right next to it. So what should be the development goal for this country or this area?
Yeah, so there is a lot of slum houses beside the building. So I guess that the development goal for this particular thing would be removing the slum area and just developing it into several shops or just converting it to the
But if you're
malls.
saying remove the slum area, means what to do about those displaced people, then they will be unhappy about it, right?
Yeah.
Ma'am, if they get educated, they'll earn money and then they can buy proper houses, settled houses for themselves.
So then how long it should take? How long this goal should continue?
From
Ma'am, it
10
will
to
take
12
many years
years.
as there are many slum people in India, people living in slums.
So can it be that
According
the
to the
better
figure,
can the goal be that you actually plan the
slums.
area, I mean plan the infrastructure of the area? Okay, let's do one thing. Hold this, read the second one. You'll automatically start understanding what answer should be there for the first one. Hold this. Read this paragraph in your mind. So who are the people who benefited and who did not?
Multinational company benefited.
Huh? And who did not?
The
Then
people.
the
Obviously, the
people
people
living
of
in
the
the city.
city, okay, the people of the city did not benefit because the fumes from the highly toxic waste caused a lot of illnesses to them. Okay. What should be the developmental goal for this country? It should be based on what? What needs to be improved for this country now? Or this city, basically.
Some dumping area should be changed.
So first and foremost, if I just want to put it into I just want to compartmentalize into some like how in the first period I told you it is interdisciplinary. Into one particular discipline, it would be what? It would be environmental goal, right? They have to improve their environmental goals, like
Ma'am,
how
in
they are
fraction.
actually disposing of the waste, or what are the laws that the government will make regarding such kind of hazardous things, and how the people's health will not be put at risk. This should be the developmental goal. So now that you know the development goal, what should come here? What should come here?
Ma'am, the factory should, remove the toxic chemicals that are present in the waste.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. The goals are related to environment. So development goal for this country, or in Ivory Coast in Africa, should be that they have to pay more attention to the environmental cleanliness, or keeping the environment clean, or go green, kind of some kind of goal should be there for them. What about uh, this locality now? The first answer. This is a total different picture. It has nothing to do with this. Okay, so here the developmental goal should be to pay more attention to either the planning of the city, or either to, as you're saying, that for some people it can also be giving more importance to the overall development of this discriminated class so that they come up in life. Right?
Yes,
That is
ma'am.
what you're saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, okay, now I'm keeping this paragraph open here, and I want students to check out that question number 2 and question number 6 from your worksheet. Question number 2 and question number 6. Who can read that question for me?
Yeah, so
Ma'am,
second
may
question is, why do you think average income is an important criterion for development? And the sixth question is, why do we use averages? Are there any limitations to their use? Illustrate with your own examples related to development.
Yes. So what should be the answer for second one? You're going to get both the answers in this paragraph, okay? And the remaining ones are which I already put in the that infant mortality rate was asked, and literacy rate, right? Those two are asked. Okay. I think time is up. We will continue with it next period. Thank you.
If you like our videos, do share them and subscribe to our channel. If you want awesome quizzes, write to us. Keep watching and keep learning with Walnut.